The girl suddenly discovered with horror that the brooch on the ground didn't seem to be an ordinary object. Whenever she touched the brooch, it was as if she entered another world. It was unbelievable to her. Curious, the girl picked up the brooch herself, and the world from before appeared again. At that moment, she found herself in the middle of a wheat field, and it felt incredibly real. Jera could clearly sense everything, from the sunlight on her body to the scent of wheat in the air. She saw a dreamy futuristic city in the distance and wanted to explore it. Unexpectedly, in the next second, she crashed into a wall and the brooch fell out, bringing her back to her own world. As Jera was feeling perplexed, the people around her laughingly asked why she ran into the wall. It turned out Jera hadn't really crossed over, only her consciousness had reached that world. She quickly picked up the brooch, wrapping it in candy paper. This time, the other world didn't appear. It seemed only physical contact with the brooch would trigger it. Jera's father was very curious about her carefully picking up the brooch. Jera immediately wanted to let her father experience it too. But strangely, when her father touched the brooch, he felt nothing at all. So Jera took out the brooch, and the familiar other world appeared again. Jera was sitting in midair, moving forward rapidly. She loudly told her father about the scenes she saw, but unexpectedly, her father angrily snatched away the brooch. He thought Jera looked like someone who had lost their mind. Jera was very frustrated. To figure out what the brooch and that world really were, Jera secretly took the brooch late at night while her father was sleeping and went outside. This time, she decided to enter that amazing city. Maybe the people inside could give her answers. She first touched the brooch to determine her location, then rode towards the city. When she reached an open space, Jera had also arrived at her estimated distance. She immediately touched the brooch, and sure enough, this time Jera successfully entered the city. It was simply too dreamy here. Everything that only existed in imagination in the real world had already become reality here. Jera curiously observed everything about this city. But just as she was immersed in everything about the futuristic city, Jera suddenly felt her footsteps slowing down. Looking down, she saw that her body seemed to have entered water. But normally Jera couldn't see the real world environment.